evening, traders from across the globe. Thank you to tuning into my 2,482nd edition of Short-Term Trading Live with Oscar Carboni. And of course, sometimes we talk about long-term trading too, but this is about usually trading the very next day or what the next week means. Traders, I have shown you many videos, I've shown you a lot of technical analysis, and that's what this video will be about as well. So let's talk about risk first before we get involved on the topics on the board. We are talking about a video for trading on October 20th, Thursday, 2022. We know this is a very risky game, right? Never trade without stops. Put your protective stops in first. You understand that? In first. If you put your stops in first, then you don't choke or freeze. When the market comes down and you're losing, it knocks you out. You take a breath and you get to fight another day. So put those stops in first. Now, I have been doing this for 41 and a half years, and there's no way I would tell you I can win every day. In fact, what we do each month is, you know, the OMNI puts out trades every day, right? Real-time trading recommendations to people all over the world. Well, each month we have those trades tallied by two separate entities. When those two separate entities come up with one number, which means they agree, they give me that number, and I present it to you. So each month we know what the OMNI did. If you followed all the OMNI recommendations that I belt out, got all the fills, didn't sleep through anything, and didn't interfere, you will have made money for most of this year. So the results for September have come in. And September, had you followed all of the OMNI real-time trading signals, you would have made $14,252 in September. Go OMNI. Now, when I say you got to put your stops in, let me just read you the year. This is verbatim, kids, right off the press. I'm just going to read you the numbers. January, loss, $4,200, first month of this year. February, $21,275 profit. Yeah, wiped out that stupid $4,200 loss. March, $2,586 profit. April, $8,172 loss. We lost money in April, $8,172 worth. May, we made $7,578. In June, the OMNI belted out trades worth $23,612. In July, we made $2,600. In August, we made $6,057. And September, last month, $14,252. How about that, huh, kids? Go, OMNI, go. That's pretty damn good for day trading. Now, did you win or lose that much? Did I win or lose that much? No, because we're humans and we interfere with this stuff, right? So your results may have varied. You might have done even better, or you might have done worse, but I promise you that if you follow those OMNI trades that I belt out, my real-time recommendations, that would have been the results you would have been dealing with for this year so far. We're having a good October. Rocktober has been good so far. A couple of rocky trades, but we've had good big winning trades as well, and we plan on winning again for the rest of this month. And of course, I'll let you know what the Rocktober totals are in November. All right, traders, so thank you. I just wanted to let you know, risk or not, put your stops in. 41 and a half years practicing, I still have 2 bad months this year, right? That means we had a lot of bad trades throughout that month. You got to have your stops in. Enough about that. Traders, longer term view, the ES is still holding above the 200 ball moving average on the weekly chart. I promise you Wall Street is watching that. 3rd week in a row, longer term view. Shorter term view, tonight into tomorrow. Oh, forget about it. Look at this. Short term outlook, NQ, ugly. ES, ugly looking. 3 on the board. Gold is rolling over, and it has been for a while, and I will show you charts on each one of these topics. Then number 4 on the board. The dollar's strength, the dollar being strong, is why the gold is so weak, and it will continue. Even if it rallies, you sell the rallies in gold while that dollar is moving higher. Traders, number 5 on the board. It's not written because it's always on the board until something changes. Do not fall in love with the upside. What have you seen? Now, What you didn't recognize, which I told all my Omniacs about yesterday at the close, forget about what happened on Wednesday. The close on Tuesday afternoon, I put out on my Omni for Trading Wednesday, hey everyone, caution. We just had 2 up days in a bear market. Not good. That's not supposed to happen. So we bought nothing today. We backed off. And what happened after 2 days up in a bear market? Boom, boom, boom. It got hit and it will get hit again tomorrow. So that rule works. I'll show that to you on charts as well. So to reiterate, great month last month trading. Great year so far from Omni. If you need help trading, come to livewithoscar.com and get the live real-time recommendations. It's called the Platinum subscription. If you subscribe to my Platinum recommendations, when I'm going to trade 3 in the morning, 2 in the morning, 5 in the afternoon, it does not matter. The markets move. The markets could care less about human sleeping habits. But if you want to trade with me, you need to be a bit of an insomniac. Join the Platinum recommendations, and I promise I will send those very same trades out to you. Last thing is this. OmniCamp's coming up soon. We have under a month. I've got 1 open seat. I've interviewed many of you, but I haven't made a choice. Please send me your applications now for OmniCamp. That is November 10th through the 14th. You will be in Vegas for 5 nights, 4 days. Here in my home office, I will teach you the Omni in its entirety. No upsells, but traders, I only show this to 4 people 4 times a year, sometimes only 3. 4 times a year, and that is it. I refuse to fill a room. I will not put this online. It is not on the cloud. You cannot find information about the Omni anywhere but here in my home office, and I'm very, very choosy and picky about who I teach it to. So there is no mass producing the Omni. There is no way to find it on cloud. There's no way to find it online. There's no way to know about the Omni unless I teach it to you. Very exclusive. You will live here in Vegas with us for 5 nights, 4 days. If that sounds appetizing to you, you've got to call me right away. 702-629-4755, because this is November 10th through the 14th. Or just go to OMNIBootcamp.com and fill out a comprehensive application right there, and I will call you back to qualify you for the November OmniCamp. So, what's left? Nothing but this. Make sure you keep your emotions out of trading. One of the best things you can do to help keep those emotions at bay, and 41 and a half years later, I'm telling you it's not easy, but it is possible. Put the stop in first, put your orders in, and then say this to yourselves over and over again so that we could go look at some charts without you panicking. And by now, you should know what that is. Stops are in. Emotions are out. Rock and roll traders, call me about OmniCamp, and now let's go look at some charts. Traders, you are looking at the longer term view, E-mini S&P weekly bar chart, where each one of these bars represents a full week's worth of trading. I promise you Wall Street watches this. I promise. I'm from Wall Street. Take my word for it. So it's the 200 bar moving average on the weekly, right? So it's a weekly chart. And if you'll note, when it gets down to the 200, Wall Street reacts. Even during COVID, Wall Street reacted. Now Wall Street's watching 1, 2, 3 weeks so far, holding that average. Short term's another story. Long term, I promise you, they're watching that. Now, the difference is we were lowering interest rates here, we were lowering interest rates there, but we are at a moment now where we're raising interest rates here, which means this probably shouldn't hold. It wouldn't make sense, to be honest, that this holds. Eventually, that's going to crack. Why these didn't? Of course, when they raise rates, it helps to buoy the market. When they lower rates, it helps to buoy the market. When they raise rates, like they've been doing, it knocks the market down. So if we're at that spot while they're raising rates, shouldn't that crack? I would think so, kids. Give it time. Next, short term. What we're going to do tonight into tomorrow. E-mini S&P. Bull market when you have a bull market and you get 2 down days, lots of times that's your buy, right? Well, when you're in a bear market, which we're in, you get 2 days up. Many times that's your sell. Many, many times. Look here. 2 days up, that was your sell. Sometimes you go into what I would call a bull leg in a bear market, right? That's 4 days up in a row. But when you only do 2 and then it cools off, that usually means downside coming your way. 2 days up in a bear market, that's the rule. Always keep your eye on day 3. Usually day 3 tells you the 2 days up, exhausted the buying. Day 3 heads back down like we've seen today. Day 4 makes it worse. So that's what we're seeing in the E-mini S&P. 2 days up in a bear market is a short, and that's what happened today on Wednesday. E-mini S&P, just to show you, look, day 1 up, day 2 up. Look what happened the next day. Red bar. Pretty good, right? See the way that worked? So, now we know we've got that rule. The next thing that has to happen is you get back below that average, and bingo, the sellers will come out of the woodwork. Let's look at your NASDAQ, because the NASDAQ does not look any better. Look at this average, and look what happens. It hits the average, and it tops. Boom, goes down. Comes back up, hits the average, but it makes it to the bottom of the channel. Hits the average, and dumps. Works its way to the bottom of the channel, gets back almost to the top, hits the average, and dumps. Bottom of the channel, top of the channel, and the average. That is what comes next, kids. That's your NASDAQ telling us we need to be short Wednesday night into Thursday. And then there is gold. So look at gold. It has just been getting hammered and hammered and hammered, and it will continue to get hammered. You've got all kinds of things. Bear flag, head and shoulders, right? Another bear flag. Then you have a bear channel inside of a larger bear channel. This thing, right? Here's your biggest bear channel, all the way from the top, right? So you can follow it down, bear channel. And then you've got the smaller bear channel right here. And we are staying in that. And the gold looks terrible. The Omni's pointing lower still. Gold is just rolling over. What would make gold roll over like that? Well, the dollar index. You know, I did a live streaming today where I had drawn, an illustration where I said, look, this is like a teeter-totter, right? We're in a park, and this is your teeter-totter. Well, if a really heavy kid is over here, right? If there's a really heavy kid sitting here and a really light kid sitting there, you know what happens. Well, let's call the heavy kid gold. And let's call the light kid the dollar. This is what's going on right now. Gold is priced in dollars. If dollars keep going up, the gold will keep going down. What is gold doing? It's stuck in a downward channel, bouncing off the top of an average. Dollars is stuck in a bullish channel, bouncing off the bottom of the average, right? Gold's the exact opposite, and that's because this is how it works. Now, you can't look at dollars and say on any one given day, if dollar is down, gold will be up. That's not how things work. Sometimes they travel together, but overall view, gold is priced in dollars. If dollar is having a big upswing, gold has to have a big downswing. Traders, I hope this helps. Good luck trading out there. Remember, sign up for my platinum recommendations. Make sure that you are receiving those Omni trades as they go out. And I will see you all at livewithoscar.com.